10 days since I've been online. And before that, it's probably like another week, so sorry for the very sparse content. It's just been busy couple weeks. But I'm here, and we're going to be working on some games. Okay, so getting back to it, so I'm going to see what I can do to catch back up. So I'm going to open up Unity, and we'll see where we are, where we got to go, and kind of make a plan, because that's what we really need is a plan. Oh wow, new version of Unity's been out. Let me just go ahead and skip this then. Might have to download that later. So here we go. What is happening here? Okay, got a dude. I think he's making footsteps, which is great. Switch to this mode. He can dig, he collects sand. I'm kind of... something's really weird happening with my feet. I just keep making footsteps. So, that's not good. Totally gotta fix that. Does that happen even here? Nope, just in first person mode. Looks like my footsteps just become a thing. Alright, let's see. Yeah, my footsteps are just way too strong. Alright, so definitely already got stuff to fix. So that's good. Let's see, I need to get that. Alright. I'm just thinking. I think what I'm gonna do is disable the footsteps during a first person character. So how do I do that? Control player toggle. I think that's what I gotta use. Let's see. Might lag for a bit because I'm just loading up Visual Studio, and that might take a lot of my CPU first time around. Alright. What do we got? Footsteps. I'm just disable it when we're in first person mode. So why don't we get it first? Footsteps equals get or game. I don't think it's game component. I mean, I could just get the script, but no, that's okay. Let's see if we can just find the game object. Game object dot find. I think it's to search all the game objects. I don't really want to do that. That's not necessary. Okay, I'll just do the script. Footstep, character footstep. Let's go ahead and name you character footstep. And instead of game object find, we can just say get component in children character footstep. Okay, cool. So now we got the character footstep, and we can just say, hey, character footstep dot enabled equals false. Oh, actually true. And then thinking. We should have this. So we can say characters footsteps. When we enable first person, I'm going to say false. Of course, not that. Dot enabled equals false. And character footstep dot enabled equals true. Something like that. I think that looks good. So if I save this, go back to the play mode. So this should have footsteps going, and I think I see them, so that's great. Yep, I see them. But then if I go to first person mode, nothing weird should be happening. I'm not going to be making any footsteps in first person mode. Objects not reference. Oh, okay, so crazy. So basically, these get run before the first initialization, so they might not actually happen at the beginning. So you gotta check if it's null or not. Alright, that should be fine. I could clear that, or yeah, it clears on play too. Okay, great. No console errors. I can move around freely. Excellent. Alright. I'm done. I'm done messing with the terrain for now. What I'm going to do now is I want to be able to place sandcastles. So that is something I've been wanting to do, and I just haven't had a chance to do it. So now we're going to do it. So let's think about how we're going to do this. To place a sandcastle. Oh, actually, another thing I want to fix before I do that is I want to do the left click. Wherever I left click, I want him to move there. So if I click here, I want to move him to like that spot on the ground. You see, if I click, I'm clicking right now, if you can hear it, and he's not moving. But if I click here, he moves. Basically, when I click on him, the closest spot on the nav mesh is right here. So he's not going to be moving because I'm clicking on him. And same thing with the box. If I click on the box, the closest point to this area is here on the ground. So if I click there, he just moves up to there, and that's it. But really, he should have moved like somewhere a little further up. So yeah, let's fix that too. And that's basically just what we're gonna do is right now, wherever we click, whether it's a square, whether it's a object, whether it's the terrain, it's always gonna just make a ray cast and hit whatever is closest. Now we're just gonna make the raycast only hit a certain thing called like ground plane, and I'm gonna go ahead and make that right now. So let's do that. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna make a plane. A quad. Quad sounds good. Alright, I definitely see the quad. There it is. Alright. Let's go ahead and put that in the middle there. Okay, so here's the quad. Obviously it's not rotated, so let's go ahead and rotate it. That's the wrong way. I meant to do that in the X. Alright, and I'm going to just move that up a bit just so I can see it. Oh. Maybe it's just 90. There we go. Okay, so there's the quad. I'm going to put it at 0. Maybe at 0.01. Okay. So this is kind of what we have to click on. And we know the size of this is really like what, 40? 50. 50 by 50. There we go. So this is going to be like mouse plane? Input plane? Physics? Raycast ground. Okay, so we got this flat plane, and whenever I click on the screen, I really just want it to interact with the flat plane. I don't want it to interact with the character or the boxes. This, when I click the raycast, it just hit this ground plane. So let's see what we can do here. Have to put on a special layer. Let's go ahead and input. Let's see. So input layer, might name it something different. Raycast layer. Okay, awesome. That's what I want. Input raycast layer. Awesome. That sounds natural. So we got the input raycast layer. We have what do we have? Alright, so we have the input raycast layer. We have a plane. Hey, I thought you were part of that. Okay, input raycast layer. Or raycast input. I can't make up my mind. Let's switch those words. Raycast input. Okay. Alright. So, control first person movement. Control first person movement. Alright, so what are we doing here? On control first person movement, when we do a click, we're doing stuff, right? Okay, so first person, I'm not too worried. Alright, so input get button on movement. Okay. That's not what I want to do. F12. Alright, on movement. Alright, so on movement. On movement. What I'm trying to do, and what I'm not really focused on for some reason right now, is I want to figure out where the raycast is happening. So it's obviously not happening here. So all I'm doing is passing my input here. So it's definitely happening on the movement script that's subscribing to this. So let's go to the movement of the third person. Movement, nav mesh, rigid body. So on movement, here we go. Movement callback, screen point array, physics raycast. There we go. So this is what I want to change. Right now it's just giving me whatever it hits. Don't want it to hit anything. I want it to actually hit a certain layer. So I think, okay, same as above. Eesh, I don't know. Let's look at the ray. Yeah, physics raycast. Physics raycast Unity. Thank you. A layer mask that is used to selectively ignore colliders when a casting ray. Okay, cool. Int layer mask. Okay, so we got a layer mask. We got let's go ahead and get layer mask dot get mask. Given a set of layer names as definition, an array. Name to layer? Yeah, name to layer. Alright, name to layer. Alright, name to layer. So, we could do the raycast input. I think that's the name of the layer. If I go to raycast ground, raycast input, nice. Alright, so we got layer mask. Alright, so besides the really trippy white stuff happening, it looks like it's working. Oh, but what looks like is happening is that it's I don't think it's actually working, because if I click on his head, you can see it's still not moving. So I think what's happening is it's ignoring everything. I mean, it's not ignoring everything except the white layer. Okay, so I gotta change that. And raycast ground. Let's move you up just a bit, just so you're not so annoying. Okay, how do I do a bitwise operator on this thing? Let's see. Layer mask. Let's see. Unity layer mask invert or something. Unity invert layer mask. Yeah, how do I do that? Not layer mask, right? Okay, that makes sense. Equals. Let's see. Alright, now it's not accepting anything. It could be good, could be bad. Maybe, oh, I don't have a, I do have a mesh collider on here. What if I do convex? No. Okay. Let's see. I mean, I see the ground. This doesn't seem to be colliding with it. So what can I do to make it collide? And actually, I also, just for my own sake, can you... Alright, yeah, let me do two things. Debug.log layer mask. Put that here. Okay, that's all I need. I believe that should be right. Alright, so let's see. What is my layer mask? Every time I click, it should like pass a layer mask, right? Alright, I gotta click here. -11. Negative? Is that right? Maybe that's not right. Yeah, let's see. -11. -11 doesn't seem to be right. Could be. I'm sorry, I'm reading this page right quick. So we have a layer mask variable. Alright, bit shift the index of the layer to get a bit mask. I wonder how that works. But I think I gotta do it. So let's do it. So let's just do that. One layer mask, something like that. What would that do? It'd probably work just as is, right? Like, I could click on everything. Right. And so when I click on 1024. Okay, I see it. But then if I took this whole thing, something like that, what would happen? Negative, huh? I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna do it the crazy way. So we got Excel. We have, what are our layers? If I go to layers, edit layers, we got 0 through 10, okay? So I'm just gonna label them 0 through 10. Collidable with 0 through 10, I guess. Something like that. I expect 10 to be what? If I... Ooh, I know what to do. Just give me that. What's the result of that? Oh yeah, it's just 10, and so it gives me the. So we have 10, which would be. I don't know. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Alright. Thinking. What am I thinking here? Alright, so we obviously know that's 10. What if I shift the bits? What does that do exactly? Let me get calc 10 into binary. So programmer 10 to binary is 1010. Okay, very nice. So if I shifted that over 1, I should have 10. Let's see if I go to bin 1010. Oh? Do I get 20? Let me see what I get. Here we go. So what does this really do? Just that one command. $1024. So 1024 is 1024. I don't think that's doing exactly what I'm wanting to do. 1024. It just took 1 and shifted it. I don't know. That doesn't seem right to me. 1024. All right, let me read this a little more. Okay, casting ray selectively. A bit shift the index of the layer to get a bit mask. So 1 shifted by 8. So is that what I'm doing, first of all? Yes. So if I did 1 shifted by 10, I think I'll still get that 1024. Yep, I'll give it a second. Yes, 1024. Okay. Yes, if I shift it. Bit shift the index of the layer 8 to get bit mask 1 of 8. This would cast rays only against colliders in layer 8. But instead we want to collide against everything except layer 8. The not operator does that and inverts the bit mask. Okay. So maybe I'm not understanding the layer mask exactly, but that's okay. As long as I understand how to use it, I think that's okay. So if I just say, hey, give me this, this will only let me collide with raycast input. So actually I could just do this, right? Oops, the other way. So there we go, there's our layer mask. Give that a second. So now if I click up here, I should go. What would be a good test here? I guess here maybe? On this side of the sphere? Yeah, okay, that looks good. Let's see if I can do that again, like click here. Nope. Click there. See, I really don't want it to go. I don't know. I don't have a good example here. Like if I clicked here on the box, I should move. I don't think it's working. Is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. We can scale the quad, this thing, just down to like a little tiny thing, like 10 by 10. So anytime I click off of that, I shouldn't be able to move there, is what I'm saying. Oh, but I am. So I shouldn't be able to click here. I should only be able to click there. So that's a good way to test it. Okay, so we have int layer, shifting the mask. Then we got debug the layer mask, and that's not working. What is layer mask? Layer mask equals layer mask equals 1 shift layer mask dot get mask. Just name the layer. And that won't. Is that really a thing? Will you let me do that? Oh, crazy. Okay, so now it's a layer mask, not an int. Will that work? Okay, there we go. It's reloading or doing whatever it needs to do. Still let me move there, so that it's not working exactly. I wonder if I did not layer mask here. What would you do? It's loading, I see it, okay. Nope, not letting me click anywhere. Oh man, I feel like something's just off here. And I think I have other projects that I do this in. Anyway, let's do raycast, layer mask, Unity. Alright, so yep, get a layer mask. You could do the or equals, yeah, that seems cool. Oh, K ignore raycast layer. Interesting. Here you go. This is what I'm kind of doing. Name the layer this. Only checks for collisions with layer X. That's what I'm trying to do. Layer mask could be this. It's not working now. Alright, so I guess one thing I should be looking at is, should I do the parentheses? Like this. And then take out this knot. And then hit play. Oh, the other thing I need to check is, if I click on raycast ground, how big is this mesh collider? Oh, it's actually bigger than I thought. But it's not that big. Okay. Instead of a mesh collider, what if I undid that? Whoa, this thing's freaking out. Alright, and we don't do any of this. We do physics, box collider. Where is our box collider? I'm gonna say you're 1, 1, 1. Okay. Yep. Alright, but I shouldn't be able to click. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to click off of this thing though. So why? Is this layer masking not working? Oh my gosh, why? Why? Help, help, I need help. Using layer mask and raycast. Yes, this is what I'm kinda doing. Yeah, I'm having raycast this stuff problems. No, not what I'm looking for. Yes, so ray mask. Alright. Raycast needs 4 variables in order to use a layer mask, so I added a distance to the ray. That got the ray working, although it's almost the inverse of what I thought it was. So I add it to invert the layer mask. Okay, so I need the distance. See, like that's not what I was told. Alright, so let's see. Oh, yeah. So it's not that one. Max distance. That's what, that's how I'm screwing up. Raycast, hit info, max distance, which I can just say it's, infinity. And layer mask can be layer mask. Ah, hopefully that is what I've been missing this whole time. Alright, load. Excellent. Awesome. So the raycast that doesn't happen out here. Happens only within this box. And I can't leave that box. Alright, good. Good. Just me not looking at the parameters. Awesome. So that's how you do it. Alright. So raycast ground. I'm okay with the quad collider. Right? I can't leave the quad collider. Alright, great. So this is working exactly as expected now. I have the quad collider, and so the quad collider lets me click on the ground, but if I try to click on the ground outside the quad collider, it won't let me. So that means even if I click on the top of my head here, I actually move where on the ground. Okay, excellent. Yep. So this guy will never move off this white plane. But now we can just extend this white plane all the way to the edges, which will be 50 by 50, and we don't even need to render it. So I'm just going to disable mesh render if I can. So just click here. Awesome. Alright, good deal. So now if I hit play, and I'm still making footprints, which is wonderful. Great. And now I can click on the top of my head and actually move there instead of here. Okay, good, good. So now we got the ray casting happening exactly like I want it, which is perfect. So hopefully around the circle, if I click on like here, yes, perfect. That is exactly what I want. Alright, this should feel a little more natural now. So, okay, now we're casting straight to the ground, no craziness happening. And if I go here, this will still cast, not on the ground. So let's see how that works. Okay. So where else am I doing this stuff? In player actions? Not quite sure. Let's do control first person. Control first person, we're getting vertical, horizontal, and junk. Look around, we're using that. How am I digging in the sand? That's what I want to know. Player action. Yeah, who's doing sand action? Where's my Unity? Yeah, so if I go to player, yes, player control, player actions. Who's controlling player actions? Probably top-down camera, right? First-person controllers. Control first-person movement. Input first-person. What's this? Aha. Here we go. Raycasts. So, if I really wanted to use the layer mask, I could, just by putting that here, saying, I'm gonna actually say float dot positive infinity and layer mask. What do you think? That should work, right? I probably don't even need these parentheses. So now when I dig around, it won't get caught up on like bumps and blocks and everything. It will just pretend the ground is flat, which is great. It's what I want. I wonder where I got. Oh, get button and get button up. I guess I should do. Both of them should have these. Both these lines. Alright, good deal. So now, even in first person mode, it should feel a little more natural. Like I'm more digging, like, I don't know, if I had my plane, I'm always digging here, even if it like goes down, like my plane doesn't move, even like the terrain itself is moving. Where I click just keeps going up and down. So, alright, hopefully that's good. Oh, good, I didn't start the timer, so you guys don't know how long I've been streaming. It's been 43 minutes. Alright. Alright. I'll just keep it to one thing. I'll try to just keep it simple today. So, today I did that, which is just change the raycast ground. So, if I go to readme text, hopefully that's still around. Episode 39. What did we do? Did we do any of these things? Nope, nope. No, 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 no. No. Alright. Created a raycast. What do we do? Create a raycast input ground object. So basically that just, you know, when you raycast it just hits the ground no matter what. Even if the ground's a big old crater, you hit the top of the crater. Alright. Keep it simple, very low productivity, but still moving forward. So alright, just while I still have a few minutes left, I'm going to go ahead and figure out what we need to do next. What is next for us? I guess I can go look at my readme. Oh, placing sandcastles. That is what I want to do next. So right away, if I go to Visual Studio, And I'll make sure for next time, I am gonna make sure I have the newest version of Unity. So I'll do that right when I quit the stream. Alright, so if I go to README, where's play sandcastle mode? Play sandcastle mode, that's gotta be the next thing, because if we're gonna make a sandcastle defense game, we gotta freaking place the sandcastle. So that is next. Alright, good deal. I will leave it with that, save that. We'll open up source tree and we'll just commit that to our Git repository, and I will leave it as is. This is not the one I'm doing. This is the one I'm doing. Alright, so README needs to change. README change control. All that changed. And yeah, those 4 files are good ones to do. Alright, and what's the commit message? Created a raycast ground object. Nice. And I'm going to push it immediately. Alright everybody, my name's ET. Post this up on YouTube. If you have any comments or just questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to try to come a lot more often, but I will update my schedule for sure under this Twitch feed, just so that I'm not lying when I say, hey, I'll be here every other day, when now it probably won't be that much because I'm going to school, and school's really taking up a lot of my time. So I'm going to just try to do this maybe twice a week might be a good goal for me for this. So okay, bye everybody. Catch you guys next time.